about all sorts of things.
Question number 3, Grant Robertson.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Prime Minister. Does he stand by his statement that his hour-long show on Radio Live on 30 September 2011 was an, quote, election-free zone?
The Honourable Jerry Brownlee on behalf of the Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the Prime Minister, yes.
Grant Robertson.
Supplementary question. Did he or his office seek or receive advice from the Electoral Commission on whether the Hour with the PM show could breach electoral broadcasting law? If so, what did that advice say?
The Honourable Jerry Brownlee.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the Prime Minister, I'm informed the Prime Minister's office discussed the matter with the broadcaster. Radio Live, I understand, then sought advice from the Electoral Commission. After receiving that advice, Radio Live decided to go forward with the programme.
Grant Robertson.
Supplementary question. Will the Prime Minister be declaring the value of an hour of free radio time as a donation as required under the Electoral Act?
The Speaker, the Honourable Jerry Brownlee.
On behalf of the Prime Minister, Mr. Speaker, the Prime Minister has no obligations under the Electoral Act.
Question of Grant Robertson, supplementary question.
Has the Prime Minister received any advice as to the value of an hour's airtime on Radio Live, and was this reflected in the declaration of donations for that period?
The Honourable Jerry Brownlee.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the Prime Minister, I'm unable to answer that question at this point.
Grant Robertson.
If the show was an election-free zone, as the Prime Minister has said, and he was not there for the purpose of getting electoral advantage for him and the National Party, what reason did he actually have for hosting the show?
The Honourable Jerry Brownlee.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the Prime Minister, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of New Zealanders find everything he says just fascinating.
Question number 4, Dr. I beg your pardon, supplementary question, Grant Robertson.
Has he or his office sought advice as to whether he has abetted a crime under Section 66 of the Crimes Act by hosting the Hour with the PM on Radio Live?
The Honourable Jerry Brownlee.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the Prime Minister, this matter is currently referred to the police. The police are investigating Radio Live on this matter.
Question number 4, Dr. Paul Hutchison.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. To the Minister